good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers ready to get this thing started and open the season. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Miami, Ohio's offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Back to pass. It's Finn. Oh, they're after him. Finds the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Redhawks line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will get the ball for the first time. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium.
Pulls it in down the sideline. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground. The Badgers have their offense in high gear. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable, Joe.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. On the run, it's Brunson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. Back to throw, it's Finn. Finds his big tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Redhawks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Perry.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down. And the Redhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The quick out. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. The Redhawks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
And the Redhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Redhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Finn. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Redhawks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. It's complete to the right, and this one will be stopped for no gain. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Redhawks. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cincinnati is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Nebraska. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Smith dropping to pass. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. That's caught. It's Mason. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Past the first down marker and still running. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Badgers want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on second down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Perry. Man, sometimes he's like trying to wrap up a ghost. He's out to the 27. The Redhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the big fella. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with the lone back. Makes it past the marker. Gets away from one. Finds some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. And off to Jones. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. First down, 10 yards to go. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dupree. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Yeah, and the defensive line, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
The Badgers decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Redhawks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves
open space in the middle. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. The Redhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Finn. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Redhawks will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Can't get him to the ground.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Grab near the marker is Anthony. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Grab behind the line. It's Ballard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, really nice job attacking in the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. NC State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to throw. It's Finn. Grab near the sticks. It's Reynolds. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Hits the afterbird, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Redhawks.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Anthony. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. And off to Jones. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Smith dropping to pass. Wide open downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. What an absolute howitzer. He unleashed off his foot.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
Will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll start this third quarter with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down there and score a touchdown.
Wants to throw. It's Finn. Got out of trouble and throws. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. And the Redhawks will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quick handoff. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Fires deep toward the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Finn. The short hands, it's Weaver. And the defense drags him down. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. The lead is down to a field goal.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Coming out with it, it's Barry Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Gonna look downfield again. Gonna try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Badgers are flying down the field. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Ballard. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run. And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. It's reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Anthony. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Just drives it between the uprights. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Using his legs, it's Brunson. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Finn. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Red Hawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Red Hawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Red Hawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Firing to the right, complete. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Redhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brooks. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The Badgers in the hurry-up.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He slings it deep to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good, and that was dead solid, perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Houston had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans there in Clutch City are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That's caught. It's Perry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Dropping back, it's Finn. Pulls it in, it's Weaver. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. They'll try to sneak it.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Reynolds.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Redhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return. But what a play to get the football back.
such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, they were able to come out here in week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. Looking to pass. It's Finn. Here's a heat. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the 1st and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Lost to throw again. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout in the half as they try to get their act together. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Defense didn't have the personnel it needed. They call a timeout. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The give to the tailback. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50 and now to be fourth down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's Finn. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.